Hi, I'm Holly. You probably know me better as the Fingernail Fixer. That's this cool turtle girl polishing her nails. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this nail tutorial. I really appreciate it. For today's tutorial, I want to talk to you about removing nail polish. This seems like not something you would need a tutorial for because it's just removing nail polish, right? The first thing is talking about using acetone versus non-acetone. Acetone gets kind of a bad rap because it's dehydrating. There are really simple and effective ways to get around that. First, you could put a drop of your favorite cuticle oil in your acetone, or you could use an acetone-based remover that already has some oil-based properties to it. Using a non-acetone-based remover is fine. Just be aware that it's going to take you longer to remove your polish. So if you are a nail professional, ideally in the salon, we want to use an acetone-based remover because it's going to work faster and more efficiently. If you're removing your polish at home and you have lots of time to spare, a non-acetone remover is fine. Just be aware that the marketing surrounding the non-acetone removers is more that it's geared towards acetone is bad for you, when really acetone isn't bad for you. It's just a little more dehydrating, and you can combat that just by putting a little bit of oil on your nails after you remove the polish. Let's go under camera and I'll get to the tip that I'm talking about, which is the tutorial part of this video, to show you how to remove your nail polish without making quite such a mess. When you're ready to remove the nail polish, oftentimes we use a cotton ball, which is fine. Saturate it with acetone. And I'm gonna use acetone because it is my preference for a speedy removal. An acetone-based polish remover is also my preference. A lot of times, the tendency is to get in here and just scrub at it as fast as we can, scrub, to look like we're really doing something. And while that can be fast and effective, we end up with polish all over the finger. Another method, if you will, instead of going in and just scrubbing everywhere, would be to place the cotton, hold it in place for a couple seconds to allow the acetone or acetone-based remover to break through the top coat, and then firmly press and work your way down the nail and remove the polish. Notice that the skin and the folds are not full of polish. And you can see by the outgrowth that this polish has been on here a little while. It's not a fresh application. And it didn't use up as much of the cotton ball. Another part of this tip or tutorial is to use a plastic back pad versus a cotton ball. A plastic back pad held in place, allow the top coat a few seconds to be broken down by the remover, work it side to side, bringing it down the nail, and oops, I missed a little spot, so I'll come back and get him. The plastic back pad is going to do more nails for you than a cotton ball. So while some of you may have been intimidated by the pricing of a plastic back pad, it actually can end up being fairly cost effective because of how many nails you can do with one pad. Especially if you're using the method to go one nail at a time and completely clean off the entire nail versus kind of manic scrubbing. I'm literally just putting a little bit of pressure and then just barely side to side so that I'm not pushing the polish into the lateral folds or the sides of the skin if you're not a professional. And then just kind of come back in and clean it up a little bit with the clean side. And see, this still has plenty more to go for more nails. And see, this finger is still pretty pink from just going crazy with that cotton ball. So even if you have to use a cotton ball because you're not the purchaser for your salon, if you just hold that cotton ball in place for a few seconds, and if you're using a brand of polish that's a little more stubborn, you may have to hold it in place for more than a few seconds to let it break through that top coat. If you're using a glitter polish, you may have to give it a few more seconds to let it break through the glitter, or you may have to go through twice, like go through the first time to remove the first layer and then come back through the second time to remove the next layer. And so as you can see, the plastic back pad is going to be a little more effective. The cotton ball is also still useful, but give that an attempt to just press it and remove without getting all over the skin and see how you like it. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below how this worked out for you if you liked the no mess method. Thanks for watching and have a great day.